Hello everyone, welcome back to more AEW on TEW 9. We are here August 7th, Wednesday, for our show of Dynamite. I'm still working through to find out exactly what I can do for ratings, or if it's just finding a point where eventually our ratings will just kind of stabilize from booking to game and all that sort of stuff. Anyways, we start off with Mariah May picking up a win over Serena Deeb. Toni Storm was on commentary for this match. We do see that now, and she's getting assistance from Luther, and she begins running down at Mariah May for a betrayal of a shining star of the silver screen, like myself. Mariah could have gotten to be the top of this division, of course, at my side, just below me, but you've fallen out of the spotlight. You've really gone and tried to make something of yourself, and really you've just ruined your career that way. And Mariah, by this point, she has a mic for herself, and she says that Toni's just completely lost the plot. She's gone insane, and, you know, the people, these fans, they're cheering her because they're, I'm trying to think of, like, some sort of way where this, their fans are cheering her because she's someone that is just as insane and worthless and overdramatic as them. And Mariah just wants to set the division right. The best way to do that is to inject some new blood into this division. Some blood that's not been tainted by anything, by, either being insane or she's softly saying, we don't want ex-WWE people. Lol. I'm going to sign ex-WWE people. And Mariah says that once she takes the belt, she's going to take out Toni's silver screen dreams in the process, glaring in defiance at Toni to end the segment. 52 ratings, not bad. I'm getting a lot of light greens, which is fine. This one, though, this is pretty good. Renee Paquette is interviewing MJF. There's title events at Wembley in just over 2 weeks. This is what? Little rematch against Billy the Bird? Renee, I'm not worried about him. He's just some 2-bit flippy guy who thinks he's hot shit. He makes some 64-year-old neckbeard hard. Our great business got ruined because of people like him, where now all people care about is bangers and having fun, rather than actually trying to work your ass off to be the best of the best, to earn the big bucks and to earn gold. But, of course, having said that, I'm not stupid. I'm not going to say that you're a bad wrestler. Hell, of all these bullshit flip guys, you're one of the best out there, but you're not the best. You're not the best worker out there. You're not the best, like everyone wants to see, or you're not someone who can break the scales like I can. I bring up the ratings, you can just bring up your ratings on some shitty old internet forums. I don't care. So listen, Billy Boy, by the time we get to All In, you're not going to be able to walk, let alone fight your way out of beating the GOAT of AEW. So I have to get into my rhythm of my ad-libbing, but still, yeah, MJF, good interview there. One thing I will mention, I did turn off the storyline heat. I get that it is definitely more realistic, but at the same time, I just can't be bothered. So, yeah. Out of this, Pac defeated AR Fox with a brutalizer. As a little bit of a thing, this was promoted on Rampage. Trying to remember exactly what it was. I think it was basically Pac coming up to AR Fox saying that, that AR Fox and Top Flight aren't going to be able to do anything, which is reiterated in the next segment. Pac keeps the submission hold well after the bell, and the ref continues ringing, the timekeeper continues ringing. Top Flight's music hits, but they don't come out, and the duo of youngsters are shown backstage to be being beaten down by Death Triangle, the Lucha Brothers. As Alex Abrahantes grabs the attention of the camera, capturing Top Flight's beatdown, says that the Patriarchy in the House of Black and the Bullet Club Gold, you can fight all you want. The Trios division is for the Death Triangle to dominate. And we want to pick these trios apart piece by piece. You know what? We'll start with the young Top Flight and the wizened Mentor. But anytime that anyone shows any weakness, anytime that anyone bleeds just a little bit, we're circling like sharks in the damn water of the trios division. I'm still not a fan of trios divisions, but I'll try. I'll try to make it work. We'll have to see how that goes. After this, Bryan Danielson is seen in a dojo training away while when he is approached by Wheeler Yuta and Claudio. We talked about the fact that Danielson doesn't have to go out of his work alone, and that the BCC are always there to help him out. Bryan says that while he appreciates the thought, he doesn't really need this help. And this is further proven by Josh Barnett coming out, saying that he's been helping Danielson stay in shape for the most important match of his career. Yuta seems urged by this and gets face to face with Barnett, who doesn't back down. And Barnett says, like, "All right, you want to challenge me? Sure, you can go into the ring with me anytime, anywhere. There's no guarantee that anything will go down like you want, or that you'll even be able to get up standing." I have no idea what Josh Barnett sounds like, to be honest. Just give me a moment. Okay, I paused away because I keep forgetting to change things for the gimmicks, just like positioning them around. So, yeah. After this, FTR defeat the Righteous when Dax submits Dutch with the inverted figure 4. Absolutely zero chemistry as partners. That'll be interesting to deal with. The Young Bucks come out onto the stage after the match, and they say that FTR were impressive as always, but it's not nearly enough to warrant them gunning after a title. They say to the audience that no one is worthy of the titles, especially if they're consorting with people like the Conglomeration, who blatantly attack their bosses for no discernible reason. They're interrupted by Jeff Jarrett's music hitting I don't know if he actually uses he comes out and says that they no longer have the authority to deny that. Tony Khan has invested a heavy amount of responsibility into Double J, which includes the abilities to make and decide what matches will happen. This comes alongside with that title match, but he's unsure about who should really be going for the titles because there's a lot of good teams in AEW. So to keep the Bucks on their toes, they won't know until the week of All In. It's going to come down to a pair of matches between 4 teams, FTR, the Acclaimed, Private Party, and a mystery team that will be revealed in a match next week. I'll probably do mystery team, Acclaimed, Private Party, FTR. Possibly, not fully certain yet, but yeah. After this, Mercedes Moné defeats Queen Aminata. Pretty quick match there. Yeah. After picking up the easy non-title win, Mercedes gloats about her continued victory in this women's division. This brings out Britt Baker, who begins talking about how Mercedes is only winning because of her dirty tricks with Camille doing the dirty work. But Britt isn't afraid of playing dirty either, and she has some backup on the way. First, someone who is relatively unknown in Megan Bayne comes out, the new killer, while Jamie is out injured. And then there's someone that Mercedes is more than familiar with, Mayu Iwatani, who comes out. Mercedes is a little bit irritated, but she has her own mic. Says that even if Britt has this supposed numbers advantage now, the influence of the CEO extends more than Britt could know or think about. Lots of people coming up in the women's division. Megan Bayne is going to be pretty big. And of course, if you've seen anything with me, you know that I am a huge Mayu mark. I think she is legitimately one of the best actual wrestlers in the world. So, so most of these people that have been debuting are just on handshake deals. Mayu is on an exclusive written deal. She does start off initially with loyalty to Stardom. However, I don't think that's really realistic. She has loyalty to Rossi more like. But, you know. Mayu is in AEW. Speaking of debuts, Renee Paquette continues to earn her paycheck as she interviews the Outcasts about them and their recent comments of Jeff Jarrett about Miyu Yamashita and the debuts of new talent in the women's division, like we just saw in Megan Bayne and Mayu Iwatani. Shiro expressed their lack of concern, saying that it doesn't matter because the Outcasts are the strength of Saraya and, more importantly, they all have chips on their shoulders. And people like Deonna Purrazzo being overrated, or Queen Amanada being a nothing, getting free matches pushed into the spotlight that she doesn't deserve as nothing compared to what the Outcasts will be and are capable of. They're interrupted by Jordynne Grace debuting, saying that the Outcasts have a lot more to worry about than they let on. And soon enough, Jordynne's going to let them know how strong she is. Challenges any member of the Outcasts to a match on Collision as she heads out. Now, one thing I have not decided yet. So, in-game right now, there is not a war between AEW and NXT. Or WWE for that matter. TNA does have a talent trading agreement with WWE. Jordynne Grace, Joe Hendry, they do have handshake deals with NXT. And I have both of them in. So the question is just, what do about that? I'll leave that up to the comments. If I should go into a bidding war for them, try to sign them on exclusives, just keep it as handshake deals. I'll let that be, take advice from people out there, because this is one I'm not fully decided on how I want to deal with yet. After this, Roderick Strong defeats Danhausen, the Gibson driver. Adam Cole gets a mic, or gets into the ring with a mic, starts bragging about how strong the Kingdom. I forgot to put Roddy on here. Whatever. They're interrupted by Ricky Starks' music hit. Ricky just says, Adam Cole, dude, doesn't just shout because the Kingdom was a failure from the moment that they started. AEW tries to pride itself on being the best of the best and not being cheap looking, cheap quality schlock. This is exactly what the Kingdom has turned out to be, and really they always were from the beginning, even before Adam Cole got involved. Ricky says that AEW is all about the workhorses like him, who grinded from the bottom, who came up from nothing, never got these chances in the big places like Mike Bennett, like Adam Cole did, to get to where they are, because he rose his way to the top. He got over naturally. He doesn't say it like that, but he's essentially just saying that. While the Kingdom make that location at the top seem like just a joke. Ricky says that as soon as Adam Cole is healthy, he wants to be Cole's first match back, because he wants to bury the sham of a group into the ground. He's more than willing to start with just Taven and Bennett one-on-two, if need be. We will have him be face. Extremely Remarkable, I do like. I'll take that. It's a poor gimmick, but that can improve. Extreme Markability, I am very much a fan of. Again, Ricky Starks is someone that I really want to rehab. I think he's fantastic. There's a lot of potential, but I think right now AEW is kind of phasing him out because he's a Cody guy, and he's more than likely going to WWE as soon as he can. But in Mathis verse out here, we're going to try to push Ricky Starks and actually give him a career that he deserves. And in our main event, the Conglomeration defeat members of the Elite, Jack Perry, Brandon Cutler, and Michael Nakazawa. Jack Perry kept strong. Flavor of the month, though? But, yeah, he's kept strong because, well, yeah, obviously. Jack Perry dips out of the ring quickly from the Conglomeration after the match and tries retreating back to Okada and the Young Bucks, who linger out to the stage during the match. But the potential for escape is cut off by Darby Allin once again appearing with a flamethrower, but he doesn't fire it quite yet. Instead, as Darby is kind of holding them up, their focus on them, Kota Ibushi comes out armed with a couple of fireworks for himself. The Mad Bastard starts shooting fireworks at the Elite. Darby shoots out the flamethrower. The Elite to scramble. The Bucks get away. And the important bit is that Okada is squared up staring down Kota Ibushi. Jack Perry staring down Darby Allin to end the show. 61 rating. Again, I'm still not sure how the ratings are supposed to be at. I think 61 is our... I think we're at 62 in all of America. So we're close. Yeah, gotta build things up, but we're around what we should be at, I think. But that will do it for this time. We move on to Collision in the next episode.